Okay, so we're just going to do a quick tutorial on how to do editing in DaVinci. So on my desktop here, I've got a folder called GoPro. In that folder, I've got the music that I downloaded that I want to use, and I've got the videos in here that we're going to be editing. So what we've got to do is open up DaVinci Resolve once it's been installed. So click on DaVinci Resolve. Wherever you put those files, it's best to leave them there until you're finished editing, or if you think you're going to edit again, if you remove those files from the location that they start, DaVinci might get a bit confused. So let's go to New Project, and we'll call this Demo. Alright, so if we go to File and Import Media, so that's going to let us navigate to our desktop. So we'll go to the folder GoPro where our stuff is in. We're going to first we'll bring in the music, so we'll click open on that one, and we'll file and import media again. We go to the GoPro folder and we're going to bring in, I'm holding control while I click so I can select these ones. We're going to bring in all the videos that we've got in that folder. We can, if we double click them, it'll open it up bigger so that we can have a look over through here on the timeline. This is like a temporary timeline just to show you the video that you're currently looking at, and then our main timeline is going to be down here. So I think the first video that we want is probably, let's go with this one. So we'll drag this down here and put it in. If it comes up with a pop-up asking if you want to change the frame rate, select change, because obviously you want the frame rate to suit the video as opposed to suiting whatever its default is. So if we go in here, so it's got, sounds like it's got a bit of audio at the moment. So we can click on this. There's a couple of ways you can mute it. You can press this button down here to mute track, or we can go up to the inspector and we can click volume and turn the volume off, or you can turn it right down, but we'll just turn it off. Now that I go back and forward, I can have a look. Sounds like there's still a bit of audio there. Let's mute the track there. There we go. So if we go through to here, we might start it from this spot here. Now we can just drag this and pull it across until it hits the timeline. This is all just left clicks. Drag it across until it hits here, so we're happy with that spot. So we've got this, and then we've got a bit of a look around, and then a walk outside. So we probably want to cut it here. So we're going to move this track across to here. So that's all we want with that track now. So that's just a short intro of like where you are. Then we're going to go to the next video, which is this one with it sitting on the water. So we're just going to click and drag that one down next to it. We only want a couple of seconds of this, showing the rope going up maybe. So we'll click this, Control Z, don't want that. What we'll do with this one is we just want to split it at this head. So I'm going to put the playhead, the little timeline bar here, put that here and go right click on the track, on the video, and we're going to go, it should be split here, and then we're just going to select the first part, delete it, and then it's going to move it across. So now we go from in the building to outside, having a bit of a look at it. And the last track that we want, last clip we want, is probably the GoPro one from in the air. So we're going to drag that down and put that here. Now if we have a look at that one, it's a pretty long clip, so we might have a look at shortening that a little bit. So it starts off pretty interesting up in the air, so we can leave it like that. Now obviously this is going to be this one here has still got audio in it, so we're gonna we've actually, by clicking this button down here, we've actually muted the audio on everything on this line here. But if you want to mute the audio on the videos individually, you can select the video and then go up here to Inspector, and you can go into Audio and you can turn the volume on and off here. So you can do it in there as well. You can do it on this one or that one, just depends on which way around you want to do it. But yeah, the option is up there to turn the audio on and off on the videos there. So now we've got that, and we've got no sound in the background. We can bring in our audio clip. So we're going to drag that in down the bottom here. And now as we drag this along, you should hear the music. So obviously it's really loud. So we're just going to select that, go up to Inspector and Audio again, and we're just going to turn the volume down. Now you can see it. You can see the audio levels are rising and falling. So we're just going to bring it down so that they're just a little bit smaller. Still seems a little bit loud, so let's bring it down to like -21. Still a little bit loud. We'll go down to 26. Okay, that's not too bad. So we can deal with that. So now we go back here. If it ever gets annoying while you're editing, you can just press the mute button down here, and then as you move back and forward, it's not going to make any noise. But if you select it there, it unmutes it. So we've got that there. So let's just watch the video so far. So if we press play, and then it switches across to the next one, and then just as the music starts, the actual cool video kicks in. So that's kind of nice. And then probably about here, when the music has like a beat change, we probably want to put a split in here. So we're going to split that there. And then what we need to do is find another part of the video that's got a little bit of a different view. So let's go along here. So this part here gets a bit lower, so why don't we split it here. We'll delete that section in the center, and then we can drag this one across. So now if we go back here, you should see the split there. So now if we bring our timeline across to here, so now it should, just on the beat of the music, it should change to a different cut. So it'll kind of look a bit more interesting. See, now we're coming down, get nice and low, and it's going back up again. And then the music just had a bit of a beat drop just here. So I'm going to split it here. And from memory in this video, there's a section where you go around backwards. Here we go. It looked like there was a bit of a turn there. Was it? No, just a bit of a look around. Let's go a bit further. So now you can see in the timeline, on this little timeline up the top, it's kind of like a summary. So you can see this video is really long, but the music's actually already stopped. So that's why we're cutting it to be a little bit, be a bit shorter. So let's find the spot where there's like a bit of a. Oh, there we go. That looked like something. Yep, there's the turn there. So that's backwards. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably split it here. So if I right click on it and go split, and then I can delete this footage in the middle and then drag it back. So now it's clicked back to right back to here now. So we should be able to watch this, and when the beat drops, yeah, so see, so now it turns around, and then turns around again, which is kind of cool. Yep, so that's pretty good there. So what we'll do is we go, yep, that's our video. It goes for 42 seconds, so it's just kind of like a little preview. So let's right-click this and go split, and we can do the same thing with the audio split. Now we delete the two files at the end. Now you can see in the middle here, our like mini summary timeline is now only 40 seconds long. The audio and the video line up the same, and so that's the whole video there now, start to finish. So we've got this is obviously one clip, this is the second file, and then these last three clips are all from the same video, but now they're just pasted in little sections. So that's pretty much it. So we're happy with the music. We've got the music level right. We've got the clips in here. We're going to go File, Save Project. It's saved as demo. Obviously, you can see the name is up the top here. So we've saved it as demo. So now we just go File, Quick Export down here, and we're going to select YouTube, and we're going to go Export, and then we're just going to select the same folder. We can just save it in the GoPro one. It's called Timeline 1. We're going to go Demo Finished and go Save. And so now the computer's going to do, it's going to render the video, it's going to bake the cake, it's going to put it all together. This is obviously only a 40-second clip in total, so it's not going to take too long to do. So it's just about done there. And so now, if we minimize this and go to a GoPro folder, and we open up the movie, there you go, so that's full screen. So it's got the first clip and then the second clip, it's got the music in the background. There you go. And then when the music changes, it changes the video, which is nice, and the music's not too loud. There you go. So that's pretty cool. So that's worked out pretty well. So that video's done. Now that's essentially, so this video here, demo finished.mov, that's our video. That's obviously finished. Like we can't change that video file anymore. It's already done. But if we do go back to DaVinci Resolve again, so you can open your project back up again if you've closed the program, but we can open it back up. Let's say that we want to put in a track, another audio track along with it. We can make a recording of that, so we can do like a voiceover. So we could go back to, say, this part of the timeline, go back to the start, and I could do a recording. So we'll just go recorder, voice recorder. You can do this with a GoPro or whatever, but we'll just do it now. So I should be able to go on here and go, thanks for watching our video today. We hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more videos. So if we stop that now, I'll find where that recording is. Again, this might be slightly different depending on if you're recording on a phone or a camera or whatever, but we're going to use that recording. We're just going to drag it from this folder straight into here. And so now, as long as I don't move it out of this folder, the computer knows where it is. And if I open that up, it'll have the audio in there. It doesn't have the audio in there at the moment because I'm using the microphone for recording this other stuff. But if you wanted to, say, put that audio at the end here, you drag that down and you can put it in the next layer underneath and put it there. So now that's going to play that audio at the end of the video just before it finishes. So you can do that, and then also if you want another layer on top, you can always do that as well. You can move the let's say we get another video, you can pop that on top, so you can lay one over the other one, and the one that's on top you're going to see. So you can either do it in one big timeline, or you can do it in two of them and split them all up, however you want to do. And then obviously now that we've finished editing this, you're going to have to go File and Quick Export and click that and export again and make it as a different file. And so now you've got two cakes essentially. You've got one that's got the music and the tracks and the videos and stuff, and then the next one that has the voiceover at the end. So if you don't think you're going to use the first video, you can just delete that, and now you've got the most recent video saved. So yeah, that's basically it. Always press save before you close, and when you go to open it back up again, we go DaVinci Resolve, and then once it loads up, you will see that you can open up previous projects, and our last one that we were working on was demo, and the preview shows you, I believe, the video clips that you've already pulled in, not the final video, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're working on. So you can open up demo and you go open. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy editing.